Air travel is back, bigger than ever before. Nearly 5 billion passengers will take a flight in 2024, a new record, beating the pre-COVID pandemic high. The figure was revealed at the International Air Transport Association and World Air Transport Summit taking place in Dubai. Among the issues facing the airline industry and being discussed at the conference are air turbulence and a commitment to achieve net zero carbon emissions by 2050. Eoghan Corry, editor of Travel Extra, is on the line now from Dubai. Eoghan, good morning. We've been hearing that figure, nearly 5 billion passengers, a huge bounce back for air travel after the pandemic. But how does the airline industry, a huge carbon polluter, and we've just been hearing the effects on Atlantic salmon of climate change, how does the air travel industry respond to that, carry all those passengers in a way that's not going to be detrimental to the planet?
Good morning from Dubai. 41 degrees and no sign of Sally O'Brien or the way she might look at you here. Yes, Willie Walsh has been talking about those very, very issues this morning. He's said that it quite a lot of effort. Willie Walsh is the Director General of IATA, obviously from Glasnevin, and obviously a pilot himself at the start of his career in Aer Lingus 45 years ago. He says that the aviation industry's commitment is unwavering. The problem is how they're going to deliver that at the speed they want to deliver. And they're saying that they need more access to things like sustainable aviation fuel because it's less than 3% of the fuel that's available to them, and that's when they use every bit of available SAF. So he says it's all there. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be costly. Figures like $150 billion a year are being tossed around here because one of the big issues at a conference like this is how do you pay for getting to net zero by 2050? And he wants, obviously, speaking from the aviation perspective, he wants governments to do more. He wants more of the rhetoric he hears from politicians to be backed up by putting things in place to let aviation achieve that. Aviation would love to go net zero much more quickly than that, but the technology we'd need something very dramatic like being able to burn hydrogen as a jet fuel, and that's not going to happen for decades.
The issue of turbulence, Eoghan, also being discussed. It's becoming a bigger problem for the industry. How are they going to deal with it? And could we'll say things like hot food on airlines become a thing of the past if turbulence becomes more of a problem of the past?
Yeah, some of the airlines have already phased it out, Justin. There's questions about serving hot food, and there's questions about coffee and tea. There were already some concerns about that because of lawsuits, people having hot liquid spilt on them in the normal course of events. Turbulence, very close subject close to the Director General, Willie Walsh's heart. He was talking about it this morning as a pilot 45 years ago. He first encountered it. There was just, he did have strong feelings that the information wasn't being shared enough. The days when the pilot just made up their own mind, was it worth reporting and sending it back to the air traffic control, were something that led him, when he became Director General, to start an initiative where ground stations and airlines will now be sharing much more information in real time about the type of turbulence that they encounter. Obviously, there are two kinds. One of them associated with thunderstorms, mountains. The other one, much more hard to detect, clear air turbulence. The turbulence won't be solved, but the ability to forecast when you're going into turbulence is really what's at issue with the two incidents we had recently.
So a challenging time ahead. Eoghan Corry, editor of Travel Extra, thank you very much for speaking with us today. It's 8:53.